Yes, to the record. Okay. Nice. All right. And then find your way onto your back. We're going to take that breath count that we just did and we're going to add it to our movements. So once you find your way onto your back, head rests, shoulder blades rests, soles of the feet onto the ground so the knees are bent. Yeah. And then all we're going to do is whatever feels natural for us to come up. So whatever breath feels natural to lift the hips, we're just going to let that happen. And then once we've lifted the hips, we're going to stay here and breathe in for 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out for the same. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then allow the hips to descend till they're just hovering off the ground. So they're still in the air, but just close to the ground. And the same thing. Whenever you feel ready, we're going to inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then lift the hips. So once again, they're higher. We're pushing through the feet. And then as soon as we feel ready for the inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then whatever we need to do to get the hips low, whatever breath makes sense. Hips are still hovering, but as low to the floor as we can. And then we inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And we exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then once again, lift the hips so they're higher. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now the hips just to come closer to the ground. Last bit. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. And then let the hips touch back down to earth. Forget the breath for a second. If you want to twist, or if you want to take a hug in, do so. And just a few things, because I don't want to confuse you. You can find whatever breath ratio makes sense for you. You don't have to follow me. Depending on where I think we are, sometimes I'll say the inhale or the exhale, and that will be the first count. So I'll skip to a 2, 3, 4, 5. And sometimes I'll say the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So please don't worry if it feels a little bit confusing. The main thing is that we're just seeing where our breath is, and we're seeing different positions, how they affect that breath. And we're trying to get it easily longer. When you're ready, come to a seated position. So back of the body is warm. And we're going to come into a boat, with the idea being that we'll start to notice that it's a lot harder to breathe when our torso is contracted. So don't expect to get that really lovely big expansion through the rib cage. Just expect to notice a difference. So pop the arms behind you so you can lift your feet off the ground. Really good. Good. And then before we even add the breath, just allow the feet to tap down and then take them back. So our hands are there to support us and we're just tapping. We should notice that there's some sort of tightness going through our quads and our torsos. And then let that go just for a second. Have a little cross-legged move. We're going to do that exact same position, but we're going to hold that legs up and legs down for those inhales and exhales. Just noticing how it's changed. At any point, you can lift the hands up, and it will be much harder for your core to support you. So entirely up to you if, or indeed when, you take your arms off. Either way, you stay here for that inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And the exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we drop our feet, stay here for the inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And the exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe we take our hands off, stay for the inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And the exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dropping the feet to the floor, staying for the inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And the exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lifting up last bit, just noticing how much different it feels. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Now I know that's painful in and of itself. I know, and that's good because we're warmed up through the front. But hopefully you're with me and you just noticed that to get that breath, it felt really difficult. It felt like, yeah. And that's simply just because the muscles are tense. It's simply because we've asked the muscles to, we've loaded them and then they can't move. So just be aware that sometimes it's not a bad thing. That's just how we're working. So if something happens and you feel like you can't get the breath in, it doesn't mean that you're not progressing. And that's why when we come to do our planks and our chaturangas, we're going to leave that longer breath. So we're going to have that longer 5 count breath in our standing positions, but we're going to come back to our usual breathing when we come to do our chaturangas. Oh, okay. Have a little explore of downward facing dog, see how dog feels this morning. I really want to take my socks off, but I also really don't want to. Nice. You're going to get one super strong arm. One arm's going to be like triple the size. And then gently walk forward. Forward fold. We're just going to do 2 here. And it's our usual breath. We're not changing it just yet. Just our usual breath in sun cells. Inhale, flat back, leaning forward. Exhale as we bend the knees and slide the hips down and back into chair. Inhale as the feet push into the ground and we lift all the way up to the seat. And exhale as the hands, I just realized my light's not on. Hands come into the heart center. It's better. Inhale, take the arms the way up. Adjust the feet. And then exhale, hips go back. Knees bend. At the bottom, we just notice where the weight is through our feet. And as we exhale, we push and lift all the way back up. Inhale as the arms do something different. And exhaling the last one. Inhale at the bottom, feeling our feet. And exhale, push to lift. Inhale as the arms lift. And exhale, last one, relax. Inhale at the bottom. And then exhale back into that forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Utkatasana chair. Inhale as we push through the feet to lift all the way up, Samastiti. And exhale as the hands come into the heart space. And maybe we're lucky enough to feel a little heartbeat. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, Malasana. Inhale as we feel the feet. Exhale, push back, lift up. Inhale, we do whatever we need with the arms. And exhale, they come back. We bend the knees. Inhale as we feel where the weight is through our feet. And exhale, push up. Inhale as the arms come up. And exhale, Malasana. Inhale as we pause. And then exhale, full fold. Just the feet. We're just going to do one more because it's going to get slightly complicated with the breath. So it's just nice just to be in a familiar place. Inhale, flat back. And we'll just do one Malasana. Just make the most of one breath, one movement. Exhale, chair. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, take the arms up, the feet spread. And exhale, just one Malasana, make it great. Nice and gentle. Inhale at the bottom, and then exhale, dive. This flow is very long. We're obviously going to stay in positions for a lot longer, and we're going to go through at least twice. So hopefully that second time is going to feel a little bit more familiar. Inhale as we pause. And then step the right leg back into a runner's lunge. Good. Take all the arms, take the arms up into a high lunge. And then land that back heel. Drop the hands so they're comfortable, and we're starting to get ready into our longer positions. Straighten the front foot and the front leg, and then come down Trikonasana. Here's where we pause. As soon as we feel comfortable in this position, we start to inhale. 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 2, 3. I forgot the 5. 4, 5. Let the breath go as we start to turn the hips and maybe turn the shoulders so we're facing that left leg. And come to revolve triangle. Yeah. And as soon as we feel settled, we inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let the breath go. Bend the front knee. Come up warrior 1. Good. It's going to feel a little weird as we adjust, so don't worry. As soon as we feel settled, inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let the breath go. Take that back heel, lift it. Drop the hands into prayer wherever you want them, just a high lunge. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Like I said before, if you don't get all the way to 5, don't worry. Just wherever you get to, absolutely great. Come forward into a galloping horse. Good. Imagine sticking the butt out a tiny bit and then staying here when you're ready. Inhaling. 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhaling. 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop the hands down, downward facing dog or tabletop if that's gonna suit you better. Yeah, and just while you're here, we let the breath go, but just notice how that worked for you. So it's a new thing for us, so it might just feel not that entirely at ease yet, and that's fine. From your downward facing dog, we let the breath go into a plank. So inhale, use your breath. Use your breath, knees up and knees down. And as we exhale, drop the knees, bend the elbows, come onto your bellies. All right. We've got 6 locusts here with a slight difference of arms. You can change your arms to whatever makes sense to you. Potentially arms start down by your side. We inhale to lift up into locust. And we exhale, slow and long back down. Maybe this next time we interlace the hands, if they'll comfortably go, and we lift up into locust as we inhale, and we exhale as we drop, releasing the arms back to the start. Inhale, locust. Exhale, let it go. Maybe arms interlace or whatever else feels comfortable. We once again inhale, locust. Exhale, let it go. Last one of each. Inhale, locust. Exhale, let it go. Interlace the hands. Inhale, locust. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, adjust the hands so they are once again underneath you, ready to push. And exhale, Ardha Mukha or tabletop. If you're in Ardha Mukha and it's feeling sensible, feel free to take 3 jumps or hops. If you want to stay in tabletop and you want to use those 3 breaths just to find movement, go for it. So you're either in tabletop like me, or having a little hop. Jump. Oh, good. Whenever you found that third breath, just have a look forward. And then you decide how you want to travel forward into a forward fold, halfway through the flow. Good. Just have a little check in. So we've really challenged our cadence, our breath. Hopefully it starts to get a little bit easier as we go on. From here, step all the way back into an Ardha Mukha, downward facing dog. And then that right leg lifts up 3-legged. And then take it forward into a warrior 2. Yeah. Really nice. We once again find that 5 count breath. Arms wherever they best support you. Once we settle down into the position, we inhale. 2, 3, 4. And we exhale. 2. I keep forgetting 5, so sorry. 3, 4, 5. And then let the breath go. Travel forward into a side angle, arms wherever you most want them. You can make it as strong or as easy as you want. And the same thing, once you feel settled, inhaling. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now exhaling. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let the breath go, come up however you want to get up. Good. Turn the feet, turn everything so they're on the long edge of your mat. Allow the hips to come back, knees to bend in your own goddess. Good. Once we're settled, same breath, we inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. From here, we're going to lean a little bit to the right. So the left leg is straight, right knee good. And then just notice you probably pop the hips up a little bit. Can you sink the hips back a tiny bit? So almost like you're pushing your butt into a door or whatever. And then we stay there. Inhale into 3, 4, 5. Exhale into 3, 4, 5. Come back through center. If you want, you can straighten the legs up, just give them a little bit of a release, and then come back to the other side. Inhale into, sticking the bum out, making sure there's some depth. 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. Come through center, adjust the hands, adjust the feet, forward fold. That is strong. Okay. Our standing positions are finished, so that's almost the whole flow. We're just going to end with some little balances. Come to stand when you're ready. Right leg is going to be doing the balancing, left leg is going to do the movement. We're going to hold those balances for those long breaths, but we're going to have a nice long mountain between to reset. When you're ready, right leg stays, left leg moves, tree pose. Arms wherever you want them, but we stay for the inhaling. 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop the left foot. Palms face forward, shoulders drop down, and we stay in our mountain. Maybe we close our eyes and just feel the breath move. Inhaling. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let that breath go. Right leg once again, staying as it is. Left leg's on the move. Warrior 3. Come into a warrior 3 position where you know you can hold it for that whole length of breath. It doesn't have to be that straight T shape. And on the inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So nice. Drop the foot once again. Palms face forward, shoulders feel in a comfortable position, maybe eyes closed. We once again inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let the breath go for a second as we transition into our third balance. I have put a half moon here, but you are welcome to do whatever balance most makes sense for you. If you want to do a tiptoe tree, if you want to do eagle, if you want to do half moon, maybe half moon sugarcane with that wrap, entirely up to you, but your third balance in your own time when you're ready. I feel like everyone's steady, nice. I'll start counting. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently come out. Oh, give the hips a wiggle. Let the breath go. And just notice, just connect with whatever kind of emotions you were feeling about that length of breath, because it is new. It might be like, oh, it felt really nice. It felt like I've got lots more space in there. It felt like I was moving things I don't normally move. Or you might be like, I felt frustrated, felt really annoyed. Whatever, just whatever it was, just connect for it just for a second. Just for a second, connect with what that breath was bringing up. Whatever it was, whether it was amazing or whether it was not so amazing, let it go. And then same thing, other side. Forward fold when you're ready. Inhale as you pull this. And then exhale, that left leg is coming back, runner's lunge. Inhale as we lift up into that high lunge. And then we open everything up and straighten that front leg, ready for our first triangle on this. Find triangle when you're ready. Arms wherever you want them. And then inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let the breath go. We're taking that revolve triangle. Feel free to turn that back heel a little bit out. So you've got a little bit more space for the hips to move. So the back heel can slide out a little bit further and you've got a little bit more turn. Either way when you get there. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push down with the feet. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let the breath go wherever it wants to as you transition into a warrior one. Take the arms up if it makes sense. Bend the front knee. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breath wherever you want as you lift that back heel and turn the back leg so that everything's facing forward. High lunge, arms wherever. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little bit longer, that's my fault. Exhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come forward into a galloping horse. We'll go back to our usual breath. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pop the hands down, tabletop or down dog, whatever is going to be your best option. Really nice. And then inhale as we slide forward into a plank. Exhale as we drop down onto our bellies. And then we've got those 6 locusts, and we choose where the arms are, but we toggle through both. Inhaling, locust. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, maybe fingers clasped, locust. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, original locust. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, fingers clasped, locust. Really nice. Exhale. Inhale, original locust. Yes. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale as the hands come underneath you. Exhale as you push up. Downward facing dog or a tabletop. If you're a downward facing dog and you fancy 3 jumps, you are more than welcome. If you're in tabletop and you just fancy some wiggles and some slow breaths, then absolutely do it. Once you've had those 3 breaths, if you want to take a jump forward, it's there. If you want to take more of a lunge forward, you can, but either way, we find ourselves in that forward fold position. Good. Then we step it back into a downward facing dog. You don't have to, as well, down dog's not working for you. You can come to your warrior 2 on the left hand side, however you want. So however you want to get that warrior 2 on the left hand side, so left leg is forward. Yep. However you want, yep, exactly. Yeah, come through a lunge. It's a great way of getting that. Once you've settled the arms into your warrior 2, you can inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Side angle, plenty of time to get there. Plenty of time to get comfortable. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come up, push up, press up, turn the feet so we're coming into a goddess, however it feels most comfortable. Push the hips back first, then bend the knees. Check that the knees are in the same line as the toes. Good. Maybe come a little bit deeper, maybe push the butt a little bit further out. And then inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be a long one, sorry. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because we did the extra count, let's just straighten out the legs just for a second. Oh. And then travel to the left hand side. So left knee stays bent, right leg is straight. Once again, push the weight back so you're really feeling it in the heels, and then stay here. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come through onto the other side, stay low. Once again, push into the hips, press the hips back, so you're almost sticking out your butt. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come all the way up. Have a little wiggle. And then turn to face the front. Forward fold. Or even just to stand, whatever makes most sense to you. Okay. I'm looking at my time. Really quite shocked at how long it's taken us to get through. I don't think we'll get through to the 2 rounds today. But who knows? When you're ready, left foot is going to stay strong and stable, right leg is on the tree pose, arms far over you. And we stay here, inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put the foot down. Open up the chest, turn the palms of the facing forward. Wiggle the feet a little bit so you feel really even. Maybe close the eyes and stay in mountain. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Open your eyes if they've been closed. Left leg once again stays down, right leg is on the move. Plenty of time to come into a warrior 3, which feels sustainable. Good. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put the foot, change the weight, palms face forward, chest a little bit more space. Maybe close the eyes, mountain, Tadasana. Inhale, 1. Maybe a bit longer, 2, 3, 4, 1. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Open your eyes if they've been closed, and then let before you choose that final balancing position. I've put half moon, but you can do whatever makes most sense for you. Always maybe more challenging. And I'll wait for us to get there. Yes, lovely. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. Drop the foot. I lost it. Okay. Okay. Well, it's taken me wildly longer than I anticipated, which I think sometimes is nice. All right, come sit down. All right, we've got 3 minutes to do with as we please. It might be really nice to stay with that lengthened breath, but in a position which is just really like you can do it in your sleep. So there might be that you want to take Baddha Konasana, or it might be you want to pop a block under you, or it might be you take a couple of positions and you kind of let that longer breath flow in and out without the need to be quite so strict and focused with yourself. Whatever makes most body sense to you. I quite like this breath because it gives me the opportunity to fully move. And I often find that I often click in certain places when I do this type of breathing. Sometimes it's sternum, sometimes it's back of the rib cage. But just by moving my ribs, I actually get that lovely sensation of freedom. I'm going to pop myself on mute and find you in 3 minutes. If you have been doing that longer breath, just take a little bit of time to let it fade out, filter it. And it might be you're lucky enough to compare the two, your normal breathing to how we've just been doing. And then when you're ready, you can come up to a seat, have a little shoulder roll. I would hope that we've got a little bit more freedom around here, a little bit more space, a little bit more options. And as we inhale, we take that up skyward. And then we just draw them down. And as the arms go up. And exhale as they drop. Inhale, take the arms up, arms together. Exhale into the heart. And exhale. I'm gonna stop the recording.